we need to solve by completing the square. X squared minus 6x minus 2 is equal to 0. When we have x squared equal to 4, we take the square root of both sides. And the square root of x squared is equal to plus or minus square root of 4. The square root of x squared is x, and x is equal to plus or minus 2. And this is called the square root method, and it's possible because we have x squared equal to 4. Similarly, if we have x minus 2 squared, which is a perfect square, is equal to 4. Taking the square root of both, square root of x minus 2 squared is equal to plus or minus square root of 4. We're gonna have x minus 2 equal to plus or minus 2, and x minus 2 is either equal to positive 2 or x minus 2 is equal to negative 2. It makes it easier to solve the quadratic equation. On one side, x will be equal to 4 plus 2 plus 2. And on the other side, x will be equal to 0. So the solution set will be 0 and 4. So the ideal form will be x minus 2 squared equal to 4. In general, x minus a squared, let's say, the ideal form will be x plus, let's say, a squared is equal to a number c. As we can see, when we solve it, x plus a will be equal to plus or minus square root of c. Step 1. Let's add 2 to both sides. We will get x squared minus 6x plus, we'll leave a missing piece to complete the square, another missing piece, plus 2. Now, step 2. To find the missing piece, right? The missing piece is negative 6, the coefficient of x, divided by 2 squared. So it's going to be negative 3 squared, which is equal to positive 9. So the missing piece to complete the square is 9, and we have to add it to both sides of the equation in order to keep it balanced. So the left side becomes a perfect square, and the other side is 9 plus 1, 11. The left side becomes x minus 3. Remember, we squared minus 3 squared. And we can check to see if it's not a perfect square. X minus 3 times x minus 3. X times x, x squared. Negative 3 times x, negative 3x. X times negative 3, negative 3x. Minus 6x. Negative 3 times negative 3 plus 9. So it is indeed a perfect square. Now that we have the ideal form, when we take the square root of both, we're going to have, well, we'll have square root of x minus 3 squared is equal to plus or minus square root of 11, which means x minus 3 will be equal to plus or minus square root of 11. So on one side, we're going to have x minus 3 equal to positive square root of 11. Therefore, x is equal to 3 plus square root of 11. On the right side, x minus 3 equal to negative square root of 11, which means x is equal to 3 minus square root of 11.